Welcome to Project Midas Bronco, where I bring you along as I get my 1979 Ford Bronco Midas Touch Edition back on the road after 20 plus years. In this video, I'm finally tackling my fuel tank. Years of sitting has created some lovely thick varnish, so out with the old tank and in with the new. I hope you enjoy the video and maybe even find it helpful for you working on your Bronco. Stay tuned to the end if you would like to see the entire underside of the Bronco as I go over its condition. If you enjoy this video, make sure to go watch my others, and like and subscribe if you dig what I'm doing here. The next video will be one you won't want to miss. There we go. All right, fuel tank is out. Sorry I had to cut the video. I was not having the easiest time getting these. I ended up having to cut the tubes. And little drop-ins all over. I'm going to try to see what kind of shape this is in. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but it seems pretty solid, and so I'm going to get it cleaned up and just see. I think that's just supposed to be a drain hole because it's not. It's kind of rounded edges and whatnot, so yeah, we're just going to clean it up and kind of see what we're working with here. So I pulled out the metal filler neck as well, and I'm going to clean it up and paint it also so that everything's kind of fresh and clean. Just have, you know, wire wheel thing going, getting it cleaned up. I'm going to patch that little hole and just kind of, yeah, get it all cleaned up. I got a new gasket coming and a new fuel cap, and then we'll get it all tidied up. The rubber here seems to be in good shape. It's still soft. It's not cracked or corroded or anything, so I'm just leaving it alone. And then once this is painted, I will start working underneath the Bronco and getting the frame cleaned up where the fuel tank goes in. I'm kind of going to clean it up one section at a time as I work through everything, and we'll see how that goes. All right, paint's on. It's going dry now. Taped off the ends here, so because that's where the hoses go, and so I didn't want any paint there. I'm just going to let it dry. I put it on really heavy. As you can see, there's drips. I don't really care if it streaks. I'm not after a perfect finish. I just wanted to make sure everything got covered. So now it's kind of hanging. I have a bungee cord coming down. You can see it there from the roof here, just to help hold it up, and it's resting on the tape here. I'll let it dry for probably about 45 minutes or so, and then come out and remove the tape while everything's still a little tacky. My shop is currently 66 degrees, so it's going to take a little longer to dry, but yeah, looks much better. All right, I have you guys underneath the Bronco here. This is the passenger side. Just thought I would, you know, kind of show you around a little bit. So exhaust system there, sonic tuned, whatever the hell that means. Anyways, the frame isn't too bad. There's obviously, you know, some rust in spots, but for the most part, most of the frame looks like it was coated in something at some point. I don't know if this is from the factory. I don't know if this was done in the 80s or 90s. I really have no idea, but it's kind of underneath everything. But like here you can see it's starting to come up. Try to stay out of light there, but it's starting to peel up. Some sort of insect, I think they're called dirt daubers or something like that. We don't have them here in Alaska, at least not in Southeast Alaska. But there's been little things all over that I found like that I've just been kind of knocking out. There's nothing living in them. And then moving underneath more, grab the light, bring it in. Here we have the transfer case. Let me try to, sorry if the camera's kind of going all over the place. It's really hard. I don't have it lifted up super high. I don't have a lift. So it's literally on jack stands. But everything's dirty, but in otherwise good shape. And I don't know about this. Is this normal to have a little play or not? Have no idea. Moving along over here. Looks like there's a piece of hose in the middle of the fuel line. I'm guessing there's supposed to be a fuel filter there. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I am going to replace the entire exhaust. So if any of you have recommendations on exhaust systems that ideally exit out behind the rear wheels on either side that are nice and loud, let me know. Moving over to the driver's side here. Let me see if my light will reach. The driver's side kind of has the worst of the rust underneath here. Little bit right there. It's just, so back of the doors right here. So, you know, right there. And then as we kind of move along here, you know, it's a little rusty in spots. But overall, not too bad. And I think that has a lot to do with whatever it's coated with. A rubberized undercoating or something. Big old whatever up there. Motor mount or body mounts are completely cracked and worn. So are these guys here. Yeah, then going kind of forward a little bit, and again, sorry about the angles, it kind of hops all over. I'll try to straighten this out, but transmission, yeah, transmission pan, I believe. Front axles or front drive shaft seems nice and smooth. Everything rolls nice and smooth. I have a leak right here, right there. So I think that means main seal. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still looking into it. Oil pan, you know, all that stuff. But overall, I mean, you know, it's what, 40 something years old. So there's going to be rust, but overall, she's in great shape down here. Just really needs some TLC and some love. But I've really been enjoying this so far. I'll be completely honest. All right, so inside the frame there, you can see it's kind of dirty. I don't really think it's really rusty though. It's just dirty. A lot of dirt. I think it's a rubberized undercoating they put on this thing. So someone at some point really loved this Bronco, which is awesome. Makes it easier for me. Here's the passenger side. You see that passenger side doesn't have any rust there. You know, some dirts kind of thing, a little bit of rust right along here, but yeah, overall this thing's in really great shape. A little bit of rust up in there, and then, you know, shocks and whatnot. But yeah, overall I'm very, very happy with the condition of this thing. I just yeah, I'm thinking about getting into a shop to someone who can get all this stuff done in a timely manner and know what the hell they're doing and not guessing their way through it. I'm not looking for a full restore. I'm just looking to getting it drivable. Cleaning it up down here, getting the rest of the frame cleaned up, you know, body mounts, you know, motor mounts, that kind of stuff. Stuff that's so much easier to do with a lift. I could probably have someone here in town do it, but we'll see. I'm going to talk to them when they open back up in February. They took a month hiatus to work on their own stuff because, you know, when you're working on everyone else's stuff, your vacation becomes time to work on your own stuff. So they're great guys, but I don't know how well they know these older cars because they're used to working on new Fords. So they used to be at our Ford dealership. I would assume that they would have no issue with this at all. Might even enjoy it, the simplicity of it. But yeah, so that's the underneath of the Midas Touch. She's dirty, but not bad. All right, got the tires off. They won't be going back on. But look at those grooves. Good God. I know what's next.